Hey, before this video gets started, I'd like to ask you to do me a favor. If you find yourself watching this video, and obviously you have because you can hear this, if you decide for whatever reason to nope out of this video before it finishes, and I mean like well before it finishes, like before the halfway mark or at any point, like you decide like to leave before it's done, do me this favor and leave a comment down below explaining exactly why you're leaving. If it's my voice, if it's the audio, like the audio quality, if it's the co-host voice, if the video is just boring, doesn't matter what it is. Like even if it's like, well, I suddenly had to poop and I had to leave. Like doesn't matter what it is, just tell me what it is down below because I'm trying to boost audience retention. And I feel the only way to really do that is by having the audience tell me what's making them lose retention. So enjoy the show. Oh man, did y'all know that there's a thing called a well done pizza? Pizza Hut has a protocol for what they consider to be a well done pizza. When a pizza is, when they're in the process of making a pizza well done, what they'll do is they'll simply recook it. They'll put it back in the oven and toast it for a little bit longer. So Mike, or number 41, for those who don't know, for those who don't know him personally, he works at Pizza Hut, and a lady asked for her pizza to be well done. And the dude, and the cooker, the guy who was cooking the pizza at the time, was indeed following the protocol. He put her pizza back in the oven the way it's supposed to be done. But she was unhappy with its doneness. And what happened then, instead of what Mike did was, I guess technically he fucked up. He told her, he's like, oh, well, we're like, he told her effectively, this is what we call well done. It's like if this does not meet your specifications, then you kind of have to like let ahead of time. She thought he was being a smartass. And she
I mean, it's just like robotically it's telling you company policy. My
like I've done the thing that you want. I was like you asked for a thing and we did what we consider the thing is. But if you're not happy with that, you can just let us know and we'll make the people like we'll do it. We will do what you want us to do. But we have to know you want us to do it. And because of that, if I'm not mistaken, I think like when she got really like uppity. I think she, god damn. I didn't realize I didn't have to go all the way down to the bottom.
Oh boy.
So what she ended up doing was like when he told her that, what he said was, what she said was, he told her, hey, if you want your pizza done a certain way, yada yada yada, what you have to do is tell us. Her response to that was, who the fuck do you think you talking to? Which I do not understand. I don't get how that was her response. Because first off, I'm talking to you because we're talking about your food. But apparently she was very upset. Mike's response to that was to tell the cook to take her pizza out of the oven, put it in the box, and give this lady her pizza. We are done with her. And she was like, but I want some Parmesan cheese. And he's like, well, that's like $1.80. But I'm not selling you any Parmesan cheese. Our transaction is finished. I still thought that was, I thought it was like, I thought it was a beautiful experience. Like, apparently, he's been threatened with gun violence. He's been threatened to be beat up because people don't like the way he talks to people. But Mike, you've met Mike, and Mike's not dumb. Like, Mike understands that, like, it's a job. Like, in the way he talks to customers, and, you know, he can't talk to them like they're his friends. But, like, and Jordan and Native both said, like, nah, this, like in customer service, apparently that's just how life is. Like people, It always feels like the people who do that shit are the people who don't have jobs. Like they're unemployed or they've been, or it's something along those lines. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who act like that are like, they're usually older, so they're probably retired or they just don't work, or they are like low income people. I'm trying to avoid saying a certain thing. They are low income people and they probably don't work all that often. So being around people isn't something that they're used to. Or doing what they need, like, yeah, stuff like that. Acting like this is common for them. The Friends Pass is available. Invite your friends. I'm good. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I didn't see the thing. Oh yeah, that was some conversations we had last night. I have no friends. That's what the game told me.
0.
I have no friends. Yeah, well, Justin, and Justin's name is so fucking generic. Like, no, like not to be offensive. That's like the most generic human name ever. Like, you have no idea who Justin is based on that description, based on that name alone. Oh.
Like that could be any person.
His name is Justin Jackson. That could be literally anybody. Oh, we're playing It Takes Two.
Oh, authenticating.
Rather, we will at some point play It Takes Two.
Many games.
How many?
I'd say many.
But how many is many?
Many.
So yeah, we are October. I'm sorry. October was kind of a hiatus for the whole year of co-op, but this is it back in the swing of things. It is the 30th of September. By the time you will be watching this, it will be November.
Don't tell me you forgot about the dentist appointment.
So if I'm not mistaken, by the time this starts going up, there should be somewhere close to 20 episodes already recorded.
You have to do that every week?
Oh, Cody, I'm not in the
So the stuff we talk about might sound like, oh man, that happened a long time ago. Why are you talking about it now? Because it was recorded a real long time ago. And you probably didn't even watch it the day it came up. So it might be 2045 by the time you watch this shit. So everything that gets said is old. Also, YouTube fucking sucks. YouTube can eat shit. YouTube can eat boo-boo. Baby green dookie shit from an old diaper from the dump. Because here's why. Fuck YouTube. Fuck ass YouTube. Like demonetize. Well, I ain't monetized, so there's that. But fucking do something about that shit, raggedy bitches. You want to be the girl?
I don't care either way.
Do you want to be the girl?
I really don't have a preference. I just want to play the game.
Well, then I'll be the girl.
Okay.
Suffer for your lack of.
I'll be the dick guy who forgets everything. So I mean, this relationship's gonna work out perfectly.
It's exactly what it is. This is exactly what it is. I
forget everything, and you get on my case.
I am a
about
woman.
it, and...
I am a woman.
Oh, look at that milk.
He looks like Joe. If y'all have ever seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine, he looks like Joe Triglio, or how you pronounce that dude's name.
Why'd you have to take the elephant for this?
You know we love.
So she wouldn't be distracted.
Yeah.
And sometimes that means that
Mommies and daddies sometimes fucking hate each other after mommy won't let him do anal. You didn't need to tell her that. You didn't need to fucking not let me come.
I realize I'm the irrational one for this, but why do they have milk on the table just sitting there?
Okay.
They were having breakfast.
Play in my room.
I suppose.
yeah, of course.
Okay, so some people, when they have breakfast, they take an empty bowl and a spoon and take that to the table. Then they go back into the kitchen and they get the they get the cereal and the milk, and they bring that to the table. They bring that shit to the table, and then they make
Yeah,
their
I don't
bowl.
get that.
Make their bowl.
Like,
You know what?
I fill the bowl, and then I put it up, and then I put the cereal up, and then I grab the milk, and I put the milk in, and then I put it up.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
need it anymore.
well. So that's the thing. You're feeding yourself. They had 3 people at the table eating breakfast, so like it was easier to do all of it in one location because you never know. Some people might be like, "Well, I want a little bit more milk or a cereal
Dr. Hakim,
or whatever the
you
fuck."
have to help me now. They have to stay together.
Rats live in
This-
that building.
Huh?
Rats live in that. Like they've
That's
made
what I.
nests in
That's
that
what I
building.
figured you
It
said.
says here, love is work.
She's a
See?
funny looking kid.
Love is
You
work.
have to work on it. You can't just give up. Mom.
I mean, everything has a breaking point. My
we
dude.
should be friends
Not water.
again.
It's-
Can't break watermark.
You're gonna have a panic attack. That's what's going on.
She's gonna cry like a little girl, like a child person.
Your teeth are very disturbing.
Her face is disturbing. Like everything.
Also,
like
if anyone here thought that we were going to take this story seriously, no, it's
we have like first off, I kind of already know what the story is. Secondly, we haven't been paying attention. Like we have been talking through
I
the
have.
end. I already know what's happening, so I haven't been.
That's fair. Oh,
This looks
look at the feet.
exactly like graphic wise. This looks exactly like No Way Out or A Way Out. Like I mean, yes, I realize that it's the same team, which is why it's like the same. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the same team that made Brothers, A Tale of Two
Yeah.
Sons. Yeah, so they have a gimmick, and goddamn it, they're sticking to it. They played this on Game Grumps, so if you want to see somebody play this worse, you can go watch them play it.
with maybe some racial insensitivity like thrown in.
Why do you look like a wooden doll?
We can't be racist.
You
Okay.
look like a wooden doll.
So you remember earlier I was saying that YouTube can eat a fat sack of dick shit.
I do recall.
One of my videos has been removed from YouTube again.
What? Why do you always blame me?
For what?
And before we see that's the thing, Mark. If I told you
What the fuck is that?
Oh,
it's a book. It's a sentient book.
I'm Dr. Hakim.
I don't like.
I don't understand. I don't understand that he has
Daughter purchased me.
hair.
I was the last copy.
I guess.
because I was selling the best.
But his hair is also his arms.
Now I will help you.
But
Or are you
that's
talking
the-
about the facial hair?
Yeah, it's not about his facial hair. That's his
Oh,
hair.
okay.
I need to wake up.
No! No!
Okay.
Oh, May! May!
Hey.
Oh!
I was gonna say now she has to respawn,
God, you can't wake
and then
up
she
here.
respawned.
Exactly. Huh. Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Book,
I am poor.
how do you wake up
In boot.
Cody, May? You're here to fix your relationship.
We just fixed it.
Yibbida boobida yappa.
We're, divorcing. It's all-
Why are you fucking sign languaging?
will help you fix your
He can
Speaking
speak
of which-
English.
Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is actually way better than it has any right to be.
Yeah, I heard like the memes have told me that movie is apparently really fucking good. I haven't seen it though.
He's like a mountain. Oh, like a
It's interesting how like you know what the wilder part about that is?
Let's get to
Like Shrek itself wasn't supposed to be the movie that it turned out to be.
mountains, like lovebirds.
Like it was
I
supposed
don't
to
know a
be.
lot about like the production of that other than Chris Farley was supposed to be Shrek.
There was another movie that was in production.
How do we get
I
up?
think it was called like
stairs over there.
But we can't reach that.
I forget what it was called. I think it was like The Prince of Egypt
Find a way.
or like The Road to El Dorado or something like that. It wasn't a Disney movie, obviously. And so what ended up? Hey, what are you doing? What are we
I don't
doing?
know. I saw I could do this and I started doing it.
Well, that's gonna stop us. I think it wants to make sure that we don't fall off the stage. Okay, so right stick. So R3 lets me
Find
find
your
you.
partner.
Where
Where dash is.
well,
Circle.
square. I think square dodges. Yeah, square dodges. Left stick for L3 makes you run. Oh, yo, up here.
Cody, come help
So,
me pull this
before
down.
Mark interrupts me again, the whole fuck YouTube thing. One of my videos got not demonetized, but it got removed
Going on here.
again.
I have no clue.
And the question being like, well, what happened? I can't tell you what happened,
Lower that
not
staircase
verbatim,
without those
because that would get
fuses.
this video removed.
Those fuses?
So what happened was, this is, Mark, you wanna know how old this video is?
Their little fuse
Hmm.
legs?
It's knack.
But later, let's just bring them back.
Oh my god. That's like what? Like
2017.
18? 2017, okay.
Yeah, either
My
17 or
mind feels
16.
weird.
Because you're
Um,
made of clay. Keep your eyes on the fuses.
So what ended up happening was, it was me and Yabrel, and Yabrel basically told an offensive joke.
Same here.
But it's getting better the more I move.
And he openly stated
Can you please focus?
out loud that like he didn't like
Let's get those fuses.
people of a certain color. So I'm going to say it the way he said it, but I'm obviously going to say something else, okay?
Uh,
I don't like
Let's get it out of there.
cucumbers. That's exactly how he said it. How the fuck did you get up there? Well, playing with Mark is like
Slippery fella, huh?
it's sometimes the worst, because like I don't have an opportunity to figure it out. Can we wall jump? Oh, we can cling. Is it because we're made out of clay?
I guess so.
So he said it like that, and then he said some other racially charged things, and they decided like, oh, we can't have this. It has to be removed. And so they were like, well, you can do two things. You can either you can take a sensitivity course, like in training and like on how to do this, or you can. Oh,
I don't know if there's a point to this, but it's something we can do.
I mean, you're doing it. I mean, we'll check the trophies in between videos.
I don't like the sound of that.
Me neither.
So they were like, yeah, you can either check the, motherfucker. You can take a sensitivity course, a sensitivity quiz, or you can, like try to get it appealed. And obviously I went to go get it appealed, and this was after I don't think we were supposed to come up here. And this is after I watched the video and I got to the offensive part. And I was like, yeah, I get why like this would be considered offensive, but we're black.
Ow.
Were you supposed to do that?
No, probably not.
Feels rough.
But the game let you. Did you get a trophy for it?
Not yet.
Then I'm not gonna do it. So I would need you to come on down here. So they almost immediately, rejected my appeal.
Can you please coordinate?
Wait,
with
on the
me,
count of three.
Cody?
1,
All right,
2,
all right.
3.
Hey, let's do this together.
Okay. Okay.
And
Immediately
so
reject your.
immediately rejected it. Like I'm talking about within like 5 minutes. They was like, nope. And so it was like, all right, Mark, no.
Oh.
And so what I ended up, oh, what the fuck? Jump, double jump, and dash. Well, this is a video game. What the hell?
Maybe that container can help.
Maybe it can help. Yeah, you have to bring it all the way over here. And then boop, boop, and then I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. Get on the box first. There you go. And so, yeah, it was what it was. Like they,
I think this powers up the saw.
Yeah, let's check it out.
in reality, that was probably a really bad idea. Huh?
Why the fuck do y'all have shit set up like this?
Yeah,
Like,
this is a bad idea. Yeah, like somebody can die.
Help!
Gotcha.
Whoa.
Wow.
So I ended up taking a sensitivity training course,
Oh, we're not here to do
like a sensitivity training quiz.
This is
What happened?
serious. We're hunting
Just
fuses
those
for life.
words
All
coming
right,
out
this
here.
is the last one. Let's put it in.
Yeah, I took a sensitivity training quiz, and what I got from the quiz is that you cannot have a differing opinion about something that effectively everybody's agreed upon. Like you can't say, even if it's a matter of an opinion, even if it's an opinion, you can't say that Crittler wasn't that bad or that the blah 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 wasn't that bad. Like, even if you openly state in your opinion, like, here are the facts of what actually happened. Like, and now I'm having to do stuff like say blah 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 so that I don't get fucking flagged, but I can still say nigga all fucking day and night,
There's someone I want you to meet.
Well,
I
everyone's
just-
agreed that it's okay for you to say that.
which is racist.
What the hell is that?
That
You
is
feel
questionable.
what, that or what I just said?
Me? Oh,
Both.
what? No.
What I just said is factually racist. It's okay for me to say nigga because I'm a nigga.
Because it is. You're back
That's
in
fucked
here.
up.
Yo, vacuum.
A little bit.
And I realize that is our entire thing, is that it's okay for us to say it because we're black. Shut up. I know that. I never agreed to that.
Oh, that's
I'm just aware that
Just the
that's
unspoken contract that you signed when you were
we're born. Yes.
what I was
Like, I acknowledge that that's what's going on. I respect it. I just, when white people are like, yes, because you are, I didn't want you to do that to me.
Oh, look, there it is.
You call that just?
Well, I mean, some of it's.
So that's why it broke down. It was your fault.
Oh,
And you promised him you'd fix me.
thank you.
Instead,
Like, you do realize I had a wife, a child, and a job. I had shit to do.
Oh no.
It took the battery. I don't know if anybody else saw that, but it took the battery. So I took a sensitivity course. Can we pause? If I pause, like the other one was like, oh, thank you. Where's my phone? Did you have my phone? I got it.
Yeah, it's right here.
Oh, you sent me another one. I don't even know what that is. I don't like that. I don't like the way they look at all. That's awful, Mark. I don't like it. Look at my screenshots. I'm almost positive. I took, okay, I want to see this. I'm going to send it to you because that's the only way I can read it. So when you finish the policy training, that's what it's called. It's called policy training. It says, nice work. You've completed the policy training. We appreciate you taking the time to help us keep YouTube safe. Check out our community guidelines anytime you're unsure about posting content. What's next? Your warning will expire on December 25th, 2023. If you violate the hate speech policy again before the warning expires, you'll get another strike. If you violate a different policy, you'll get another warning with the opportunity to take another training. More training is what it just said. Or another training course. So, like, I had to answer 7 questions, and it was multiple choice. And it would be like, okay, you're going to pause. And it would be like, oh, such and such posted a video about this topic, and their opinion was this. Does this, break the community guidelines? And here's the deal. I aced it. 7 for 7. No questions asked. A few of them even had to, you had to pick, multiple answers and get them all correct. I fucking nailed it. I nailed it. No problems. Because I understood that, what I did was I picked the thing that either A, was very obvious that it was kind of fucked up to say, or I picked the thing that was clearly well, we don't like this opinion, so it's wrong. So I knew to pick that one. So even as a black person, we can't ingest, say, like, which is fucked up because there's plenty of things on you. There's plenty of comedy on YouTube
You promise.
that has that like as a premise.
Seen as alive.
But like because we're not, you know, on stage or whatever,
Maybe we're
like
stuck here
it's
forever.
technically still art. This is my art. It's freeform art, but it's art.
But we can't do that unless we get back into our real
But it's
lives.
you want to know what the funniest part about all this was?
Find that damn vacuum cleaner.
The episode.
What's that?
The episode was entitled
I
"Offensive."
wonder where that annoying book even came from.
Actually, I think I remember that. I did watch that entire series,
sound like a
like
book
when
she
it
would
came
buy.
out.
Yeah, because every single episode has a like on it,
Goodbye.
and I was like, that ain't. I don't know who would have been doing that.
Important to some people,
I guess we
okay?
should just go forward.
Forget about the book. Let's get to Rose.
There is a good chance that we might platinum this, either on camera or off camera. Between this episode and the next, we will definitely go look at the trophy list, the trophy data. It feels nice.
Do I want to get sucked up by you? I mean,
I
it
don't know.
seems like it just. Oh,
So it wasn't a good idea to butt stomp in midair, but I wanted to see if the game would let me do it.
oh,
Too bad.
So we need to like rearrange the. I get that. That's obvious.
Odie, get inside.
what?
I think I fucked. I think I didn't have it. I think I didn't have it lined up right. Yeah, I think that's on me. Hold on.
No,
Let me try it again.
No, I'm just passing through it. I wasn't
Oh,
supposed to butt stomp. Oh,
oh, I'm tripping. I'm dumb. All right, now it's hard to control. Oh, you made it. Cool.
I reversed the polarity.
All right, cool. Oh shit! There we go.
Oh, oh,
Video games, baby. They all over the place. I got this one. You want to do this one?
I'm just trying to figure
No,
out
you-
what we're supposed to do.
Go to the end and grab it with triangle. Other end. No, other end. Get off it. Get
I'm
off it.
trying to.
And grab that end and aim it, like
Up
pull it up.
inside the hose.
Oh,
There you go.
try not to drop me.
She ain't gotta be so. About everything. All right.
All right, the current has reversed.
Why do you have an accent, but I don't?
You do realize that people come from different places, right?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So that was a weird question. That's almost like Mark. You realize I'm a different color than you are, right?
No.
Oh, well, that explains a bit. Not a lot, but a few things. Do I need to come back down there?
Yeah,
Oh,
That was kind of fun, actually.
it's a bit of
yeah,
a
I got
ride.
it. I got it. I wasn't paying attention. I cannot stress you enough. I was not paying attention. All right, we're at about 30 minutes, so let's break it here.
Don't let go.
Okay.
I'll pause it. You can let that go. But yeah, YouTube can suck a fat sack of dog dicks because not only like here's the deal. Here's the thing that pissed me off the most. First off, they're going way like years back into my like YouTube catalogs. I think Knack was like one of the first like playthroughs I did. Like it's mad old. But the thing is, it's removed. I can't download it because because I would understand if it was like I was doing like a podcast and we had like like I believe Goldar was the best Power Ranger ever, and they was like, hey, we can't have you saying stuff like that because first off, Goldar wasn't a Power Ranger, so But like you can't say stuff like that. Like if the podcast is that's the whole concept of the episode, it totally makes sense. But the thing we're talking about was like less than a minute worth of content. I could have easily went in and like bleep like taken the audio out. I could have just taken the audio out and just cut that part out of the video and re-uploaded it. But no, I can't even re-download it. So effectively, YouTube doesn't see your content as your content. It's not yours. It's not your content. Once you upload something to YouTube, it belongs to them and it is theirs to do whatever they please with. Now, obviously, as the people who are making this content, it's very fucking stupid, right?
Tad bit, yeah.
So there's this other guy. Remember the guy I was telling you last week who looks like Beekman?
Yeah.
Well, I watched a short of his where he was like, there's a guy on YouTube like taking my scripts and re-uploading them word for word. And then he gave several examples of the dude literally just copying his scripts. And when he says scripts, he's like, I write these scripts. Like I condensed them to a minute long, and then I record and then I upload them. It's my work. And and he's just stealing my work. And so he tried to ask the guy like, hey, why are you doing this? And the dude just blocked him. And he was like, effectively, he's like, I'm pretty sure YouTube won't do anything. So I'm going to have to leave it up to you guys as far as like what's going on. Like I was going to leave it up to the audience to try to do something about it. Like maybe you guys go ask him, why is he stealing my content? And that's going to like not help out. And I love the comment saying like straight up, YouTube doesn't give a flying fuck about you. Because here's what you don't get. As long as YouTube isn't going to get sued, they're not doing shit. YouTube is fucking trash. Google is a piece of shit. I know Google as a company is not running YouTube. Google merely owns YouTube. That's it. They just own it. But YouTube as a company, they're coming up with these policies that are fucking retarded. I don't know if I can say that, but I've said it now. But they're fucking dumb. Like, and I know a lot of people are like, well, like you can't say the R word because it means this. No, it doesn't. It means how do I describe it? It means like developmentally slowed. And that doesn't just mean the brain, that can mean anything. Like a fire retardant is used to put a fire out because it stops the fire from growing. And when your brain suffers from mental retardation, your brain does not develop like everyone else's. It is when people use that word to describe a person who is that, it's not necessarily offensive. It's only offensive when you're not that word, and they use that word because you're doing something so fucking stupid. The only
Also
way to
verbatim, it's to delay or hold back in terms of progress, development, or accomplishment. So you were there.
Yeah, I'm not dumb. I know I seem stupid, but I'm not dumb. So if people were like, no, you can't use that word. No, that word has a meaning. Now, I'm not saying there aren't people out there who we said this a couple months ago, where it's like, technically I'm a black man. And well, that's the politically correct term is like black or African American. It's not the words, it's the intent. How I say it is what matters. That is key. That is key. How something is said is what truly matters. And that is where comedy rides that fine line. Like comedy can take something that's fucked up, fucked all the way up, and turn it into something that's funny because the intent is not to hurt or like make you upset. Like if I can't say, like if I have to say things like R-worded, it's not on me that you came across content that you didn't like. The world is filled with things that you will not enjoy. Like there's all kinds of shit I don't fucking like. There is. But some of that shit, I don't like. I don't like squash. I don't like squash, Mark. I don't like squash. It is a gourd, like pumpkin. A lot of people will like slice it. It is a country staple. They will slice it and saute it, and I fucking hate it. I do not like the way it feels in my teeth. I don't like the flavor of it. Like it's a texture thing. Like the texture turns me all the way the fuck off. Like it turns me off. But I also don't like the way it tastes. For me
I
to
like
be
it air
like,
fried. That's about it.
I'm happy for you, somewhat. But for me to be like, no one should ever be allowed to eat squash. It's gross. That's dumb.
No.
That's
But I
dumb.
love squash.
Yeah. So now Mark's been triggered, and now I have to take sensitivity training because people should be able to allowed to eat what they want. And that's kind of the like it sounds silly because like I'm using like the dumbest way to convey this point that I can. Like it's the
But
dumbest.
it is the point.
But that's the point. Is that like we as creators, as people who make art, porn is art. But there's a lot of people who are offended by porn. There's a lot of people who are offended by porn. There's people who are offended
My
by
entire state is trying to ban porn.
But yeah, there are people who are offended by nudity in general. But you can't block porn from everybody. Hell, Japan doesn't allow porn necessarily. They don't allow it like the way that we allow it, but they find ways to get around that shit. So like the idea that like, well, this word will like, you can't have this word. It's insensitive. It's not our jobs to be sensitive. If you don't like, okay, I don't like romantic comedies. I don't like romantic comedies. I don't like romantic dramas. I like dramas. I don't really like horror, which is gonna sound like a lie and subjective. But those movies exist in our world. They are a real thing. Like I don't think that people should be negative, but I do think being able to tell someone to shut the fuck up is necessary in real life to like sometimes get a point across. I think it's very important because some people need to be told to shut the fuck up. Otherwise, they won't. Because like somebody can be yabbering, like, and I'm not violent prone. I'm not prone to violence, but I do believe that sometimes you are in a situation where punching someone in the mouth is the only thing left to do, because they will be under the impression that they can do whatever they want to you, and you'll just take it, and you have to like set the precedent. Simply telling them I'm not going to stand for this doesn't mean anything to them. You have to set a fucking precedent that, hey, your actions have consequences. And I realize that thing's kind of like bad. It's like, well, that's what YouTube was doing. There's the consequences of your actions. Yeah, but the thing is, what they're doing is trying to parent the entire internet. And like even to say, well, kids might come across your video. Like, yeah, there's all kind of shit on YouTube that shows bad things that kids should never recreate, or like ideals that kids shouldn't like agree with, but they don't go against the community guidelines. So the question is like, how far? And I can tell you that what's happening is YouTube is like creating an algorithm or an AI system that like scans YouTube for certain wavelengths and sounds. Cause like, you remember all those like weird YouTube shorts I was sending you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that shit was getting by. And the only reason it wasn't getting by is cause like it eventually slowed down, is because like I kept reporting that shit. People keep reporting it, and eventually the AI figured out how to find it. So that's what's happening. And the reason that's a big fucking problem is that what they can then do in the future, if they come up with another policy, another like rule set that you now have to abide by, they can implement yet another like algorithm to scan through all of your post content. And if they find anything from the past that they don't like, they can just take it away. Like I said, like the videos I've had removed, nothing I've had removed recently has been within the past like 3 years. None of it. I'm not an overly offensive person. Like, I don't think. Like, I'm offensive, and Mark will say, yes, I am offensive, but I'm offensive to people with sensitive sensibilities. Like, it is what it is. Like, as a Christian, if you bash Christianity, I can take that shit, because I know that you're just a lame motherfucker who don't have nothing else going on in his life, So you have to attack something that a lot of people like. I get it. That's why I don't like. That's why it's hard to offend me, because most people who say offensive things are trying to get some kind of interaction out of another person instead of saying, "Hey, what do you like to do for fun?" Which is how you talk to people. But that's it. Like, I spent like 20 minutes, like 10 minutes, like ranting. I needed to get this out. I needed to get it out, and I couldn't do it while playing the game. But like, it's very like YouTube's algorithm, YouTube's policies, YouTube's rules. None of it makes any sense, and it's unfair to content creators. I feel like the right thing to do is to be like, hey, your content has some questionable stuff in it. We're going to privatize it and give you the chance to re-upload it with the content, with the like offensive content removed. And like, it's not bullshit, because like, let's say you like, have you figured out what the secret series was on the channel?
Was it bulletproof?
It was. How'd you find out? Stupid question.
You uploaded it?
There you go.
Yeah.
Every fucking video is has a copyright strike. Fun. You know what the best part about that is? None of it has anything to do with the channel. It doesn't affect the channel in the slightest. And I'm talking about some videos, like every video is at least like 20 to 30 minutes long. Some videos only have two songs picked up, mostly because of the gunshots. Like, it simply can't hear over the actual gameplay, which is hilarious. Some videos, on the other hand, when I get lost and I'm meandering around, have like 8 songs tagged. The weirder part about it was Pimp Part 2, like the remix with like G Unit and Snoop Dogg on it. That song specifically, if the ID catches it, it blocks it in certain countries. Like that song apparently is offensive to some places, and they just won't allow it. I don't know what the real deal is, but like that song, like I had to like do the whole YouTube thing where it like removes the song audio. So YouTube can 100% pinpoint where the thing that's getting you in trouble is in the video, timestamp it, and give you the information on it. Which means that if they hear you saying something that they disagree with, they can timestamp it, tell you, hey, this needs to be removed, or like the video will be privatized and you can't republish it, but you can like download that, like give you the idea to download it, edit the offensive part out, re-upload it, and like it'll get scanned again. Like effectively. Like that's what's gonna happen. Like that's the right thing to do. Because again, like this is my fucking like game series. Like there are several videos. I have several videos that have been like removed. And I have several videos that are like restricted. Because like I said, it was kind of funny when they were like, we're banning this video for hate speech, and it was a song from YouTube that was playing in the background. And they were like, oh, our bad. We'll just restrict it then. Like no acknowledgement that the rules don't apply to art. Like it clearly doesn't apply to art. Like it don't apply to art. Like you can make a rap song talking about how much you don't like POCs, but it's a rap song. It's okay. Like, because like you're an impoverished, black person. You don't know any better. It's okay. You can do this. You can say those words over your hippie hop beat. But if it's just an opinion of like, oh yeah, like I live in this bad neighborhood and all these black people around me are always fighting and doing things and I hate living out here. And it's like, well, I don't dislike blah, 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 but I dislike blah, blah, blah because they're the ones always causing the problems. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't understand the context of the statement. It doesn't understand that like you're saying like I dislike a certain person or a certain group of people because every interaction I've ever had with them is problematic. And in real life, that's gonna happen. In real life, you're gonna come across like a certain nationality of people, and every time you come across them, you're gonna have a bad time. And eventually, what happens? Your opinion of that group of people, it goes down. That's the reason, like every time I hear Indian people speaking, I get a little agitated because of all of the scammer videos that I used to watch. Like, and it seemed like not only were they like completely okay with scamming people out of their money, but they didn't have any remorse whatsoever. So my emotions toward them started to go negative. And I know that all Indian people aren't like that. I know for a fact all Indian people aren't like that. Like, I've met
Mugahar's not like that.
He's not like, no, he's annoying though. But again, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Like, which is
He's
fine.
autistic.
He's a
but-
whoa. That can't be true. Is that real?
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
Is it because of his face?
It's because of the way he acts.
Oh, okay. But like I've met, like I've been on the phone with like you know some Indian people do you know phone work. Either way, look, I got to end the video because I don't went off. I went ultra below. I'm gonna put this on TikTok. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it on TikTok. But yeah, like effectively, YouTube's policies are bullshit. They don't give a fuck about the people that use their platform. They only want to use you. Like that's the only value you have to YouTube and Google is how much money can you make them. Like if they could monetize you like hurting yourself, they'd monetize you hurting yourself. The only reason like that stuff's not on YouTube anymore is because like kids saw it and parents got upset. That's it. Like even though like understand that the only reason certain things aren't allowed on YouTube anymore is because people made a stink about it. And just to get those people to be quiet, they were like, okay, well, we'll get rid of that then. Like, but because it was, that was the best way I can word this. It was fucked up before people started complaining, but they didn't care about that. You know what I mean? Like, it was always wrong. It was always wrong. But it wasn't a problem until it started costing them money. And with that being said, get the fuck out of here.
Surprisingly, you know, like when people lose money, they care more.
With that being said, get the fuck out of here.